What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the first build series video on this 2008 RM125. So this isn't my bike. I'm doing some work for a guy, but yeah, if you haven't seen the video, I'll leave it linked at the end of this video, so go and check that out. Yeah, I went and picked it all up and stuff and ran you guys through. But yeah, I'll roll the edit now so you guys can get a rough idea what it looks like. It's just a 2008 Suzuki RM125. Yeah, it's got some goodies on it, as you can see. Got a pretty nice graphics kit, some spoke skins. Yeah, it runs real well. Renthal fat bars. It's got a Pro Circuit works pipe on the front. But yeah, the big item on this bike is the Öhlins suspension. It's got a complete Öhlins rear shock, and then the stock RM125 front forks with the Öhlins internals. So me and him have sorted out a bit of a deal. So I'm buying him a top end kit and an hour meter and doing him all the work for labour free, and in return I'm taking the Öhlins off this bike and I'm putting the suspension off my RM250, which I completely went through. If the Öhlins suspension didn't need servicing, I'd be probably giving him some money and stuff, but the front fork seals are leaking and the rear shock's leaking and they just need an overall tidy up. So yeah, it's a pretty fair deal for both parties. So I'm in the shed after work once again, and yeah, I really need to get this pulled apart so tomorrow I can get the parts ordered and then have the bike put back together for this Saturday so I can go and drop it back to him. So yeah, in this video we're stripping the bike down and we'll see what's going on. But yeah, like I said, the bike runs real well. Yeah, I started up when I got it back, so I'll put that clip in now. So yeah, as you've seen, the bike runs really well, sounds real crisp. Always want to be safe than sorry. So without further ado, we'll just get ripping into it. First thing I'm going to do is pull the seat, gas tank off, and then I need to drain the coolant. So on the RMs or on most bikes, on the water pump you've got a coolant drain, so that's it there, so pull that out, coolant will come out, and then yeah, need to pull the front section of the exhaust off, and then yeah, luckily on the 125s the intake is actually on the case halves rather than on the cylinder, so I don't have to pull the whole subframe and stuff off, which just saves quite a bit of time. And then yeah, I can't remember, yeah, we're gonna have to probably pull the radiators off, but yeah, we'll start getting it stripped down. Alright, so yeah, I've got the tank and stuff off now. I'm going to have a crack at leaving the radiators on. I'll just pull the radiator hose that goes from the top of the radiator to the head, and then I'll pull the top engine mount off, spark plug cap off, pull the head off. I might have to pull this hose off as well, just to clear the power valve area of the cylinder. But yeah, I reckon I can squeeze it out there. But yeah, I just have to pull this hose off, upper engine mounts, pull the head off, and then yeah, we can lift the cylinder off. Same as most bikes, have to take this power valve cover off, and then underneath there's like a little connecting rod thing for like a power valve governor that opens and closes the power valves. Alrighty, first look. Cylinder head looks sweet. There's no pitting around here on the inside of the dome. A little bit of carbon build up here on the spark plug, but yeah, nothing to be too worried about. Top of the piston looks sweet as well. A little bit of carbon build up, but yeah, nothing to be worried about once again. So yeah, now we have removed the head. Yeah, we just need to pull the barrel off. So I just removed the power valve cover here, and it's just got this one bolt up here. This one's an Allen key. I've already cracked it loose, so I should just be able to take the bolt out, and then the arm will just pop off the shaft like so. Yeah, so now all we need to do is loosen the 4 nuts off, and then yeah, we'll have to remove this hose. Alrighty, so I've just got the 4 nuts off holding the cylinder down, and that upper hose, and I think that's it. Oh, and these 2 breathers for the power valves. So just put the piston at the bottom of the stroke, and I'm just going to give the cylinder a slight tap with the hammer just to try and loosen it up off that gasket. So as you can see, it's sort of moved. What do you reckon, we'll be able to squeeze it out? Good bit of shot. Just going to have to loosen those radiators off just to give me a little bit more wiggle room. There you have it, the cylinder. So yeah, once I took the 2 bolts off this radiator here, I managed to just be able to pull it back enough just so I could sort of pull it out sideways. Okay, well I just got the piston removed, and crank seems tight. It's got a little bit side to side, but that is absolutely normal. So I just have to clean this gasket off when it comes time to reinstall it all. But just leave this rag over it for now so we don't drop anything in there and dust and dirt and stuff. But here we've got the piston out of it. There's a bit of black staining on top, bit of carbon build up. Not really that bad. Definitely seen worse, but yeah, skirts all look good and stuff. Not cracked or scored or anything of that nature. Got the small end bearing, and then got the cylinder. The 2 of the studs came out when I undid the nuts, but it's not a biggie. The cylinder, however, is extremely mint. There's no scoring whatsoever. So yeah, same again, I'll just have to clean the gasket off. But yeah, there is nothing to be worried about. So yeah, that's pretty good news that there's no surprises in the engine. So all we have to do is order up a top end kit and put it back together, and it'll be sweet. So the main reason why I came out here tonight and yeah, really putting the pressure on to get it done. Yeah, I'm driving back to Auckland and dropping it off to him this Saturday. Yeah, I've got 3 projects going at the moment, including Jack's bike. So if I can, this one is the most simple currently, so if I can get this one turned around and gone, yeah, then it's just one less that I've got to work on. So I just need to measure the piston that was in it, and then yeah, I'll make sure it is the OEM size, because yeah, I'm pretty sure there's 3 different pistons. There's like a size A, B, and C, and they're all like 0.02 of a mil bigger or something. So like obviously as it wears through the years, it's when you go up to a fractionally bigger piston. So I'll measure this piston and then order up a new piston tomorrow. And yeah, there's a few little things that I've also got to do on the bike while I've got it. So, but yeah, as of now, that's all I'm going to do tonight. So tomorrow I'm going to put a order through of parts for the 3 different bikes. So I've got fork seals coming for the Olins for this, because they're going on my 250. I'll have the top end kit for this bike, and I'll have an hour meter coming for this bike. I've got a rear tyre and tube coming for the owner of the RM125. Yeah, a few other little things. Got the new banjo, and also picking up the ear boot that matches the earbox I got for the 125. Which is good, so we can carry on with that build. Alrighty guys, so it's another night and back in the shed, and I'm going to get the top end buttoned up on Jack's RM125. You guys would have seen me just tear it apart, but yeah, it's about 2 days later and I've had all the parts ordered up and they showed up today. See, the big items needed to get Jack's bike back together is a new piston and top end gasket kit. So that will get Jack's engine over here all buttoned up. Just need to get the gasket and stuff cleaned off it, and then we can start assembling that. And then also just got a box, so 12 1 litres of E&I 10W40. So this is what I'm starting to run in all the bikes. They got a pretty good deal on this, so yeah, start running this in yeah, all the bikes and stuff. And then also part of the deal for Jack, new tube and this Bridgestone tyre. It's a Battlecross X30, as you can see there. So yeah, pretty meaty tyre. It's a 110 by 90 by 19. So this is for his brother. So yeah, we'll get that on his bike when I go and drop it off. I think it's like a 2010 Kawasaki KX250F. But as for today, we're going to be working on the old 125 over here. So the best way I've found to clean gasket surfaces, especially if they've gone hard from heat and over time, is a Stanley knife razor blade. So if you're really careful with these, they work well. But yeah, if the wrong person gets one of these in their hand, they will ruin a case. So yeah, it's all about just going low and yeah, keeping the blade away from the case so you don't start creating scores. So yeah, I just go nice and flat and it will just peel it right off. Yeah, I've used gasket scrapers and everything else, and yeah, by far these are the best tool to use for this application. So I'll just finish this off, and then yeah, we'll pull the power valve cover off the cylinder and make sure that's all clean and stuff. So yeah, piston fits real nice in there. Yeah, I've already measured it and everything, so it's just more to show you guys. But everything's good. Ring end gap's good. So yeah, let's start assembling it. Yeah, I'm just going to get a bit of premix. So this is the premix I run. I'm just going to get a little bit of that inside this syringe, and then yeah, I just like to sort of just put a little bit sort of as I'm assembling it. So I sort of put a little bit in there, then put the needle in and put more on. I'm going to just lubricate everything as it's going together. Then you will get the new ring on the piston, and then you lubricate the pin, put the pin through, lubricate the cylinder walls, a little bit on the top of the piston and stuff, and then we just start assembling it all. So yeah, let's jump into a time lapse. Okay, piston and cylinder base gasket is on. I've got the ring installed, and yeah, both circlips installed around the gudgeon pin. So now all left to do is to line up the ring there with that pin there, so that's what it clamps around. We've got the arrow facing the exhaust side, so now we just need to lube up the skirts of the piston, lube up the bore of the cylinder, and then slide the top end on. Right, so I've just got the top end all complete, got both of the power valve covers on, head on. I put a new spark plug in for Jack, so that'll be all sweet. You hooked up the power valve breathers here, and you tightened all the nuts down for the cylinder and the head. So yeah, I suppose we should feel how much compression it's got. Before it wasn't the best compression in the world, definitely felt better. Yeah, it feels decent. Obviously the rings haven't been cut into the cylinder yet, so actually after running it for a wee bit the compression will get better, but yeah, doesn't feel that bad. So yeah, I'm not going to film it, but going to need to hook the top engine mount up, put the radiator hose back on, and tighten the other radiator up, hook the exhaust up, and then yeah, I'm just going to sit the gas tank and seat on for now, and then yeah, we'll give it a start up. Not tonight because it's dark, but yeah, in this video we'll start it up, make sure it runs, but yeah, I'm sure it will. The reason why I'm not going to put the seat and tank on is because I'm going to have to pull it off in the next video when we start swapping the suspension off this bike. So taking the Öhlins off this and take the Showa kit that I've got on my RM125 off, and yeah, just swap them over. Alright, so different day as you can see, and I'm about to take the RM outside for the first start after the new top end and stuff. The hour meter just showed up, so I'm going to get this slapped on. We'll take it outside and start it up. So as you can see, got the 125 outside, got the hour meter on, as you can see 0 hours. So just put the choke on, turn the fuel on, and then try and give it a start. Oh well, so as you've seen, the bike runs amazing, and yeah, there's nothing really else to do engine wise on this bike. So yeah, next video we will start swapping the suspension between my RM125 and this RM125, and then yeah, we'll end up dropping the bike back to the owner. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up, go down below, smash that subscribe button, and yeah, turn the bell on, then it'll notify you when we post a new video, so you're always updated. Yeah, cheers for watching guys, and I will see you in the next one.